Yo guys, what's going on? I am George and this is You Wanna Watch. Welcome back to the shop and welcome back to another project. Today is going to be a subscriber requested video. A lot of y'all put in the comment section on my flea market haul on Sunday that you wanted to see the cabinet maker screwdriver restored. So I say without any further ado, we get this one going. Let's go. Alrighty guys, let's get a good look at this. It is not in the best of shape, but I think that we can clean this up. The wood's not cracked, the ferrule is brass and in fairly good shape. The blade is steel. It is pitted and kind of nasty looking, so hopefully we can get this shaft looking pretty good, but I think the rest of it will absolutely clean up just fine. Alright, let's see if we can't get this thing apart. I've taken a few of these apart in the past, and if you just wiggle them, usually, yeah, you can see it starting to come apart. Usually it'll slide right out. Oh, that was a pain in the butt. Ferrule comes off and that is it. How about that, right? The wood's in really good shape. Again, the brass ferrule is in really good shape too. But geez, look at that. That thing's kind of hideous, isn't it? I'm going to throw this on the wire wheel, get this cleaned up. We're going to soak it in some deoxy, try and get a lot of that deep-seated rust out of there. So let's go to the wire wheel first. How about that? There we go. See how there's a bend in it? I want to try and get that bend out of there. And there is an awful lot of pitting. You see that? I just hope I can get most of that pitting off there. Alright, first let's try and straighten it. Alrighty, well, we're going to bust out the old Dunlap anvil. Jeez. Probably going to need the big boy here. And that's like a 1/8 inch rise to that. Oh, that's good. That's a lot straighter. Cool. All right. These little tennis ball holders make fantastic solution holders for your deoxy or whatever rust remover that you are using. A little bit of a pro tip there. These things come in handy. Alright, so we're going to let that sit there a few hours. We're going to work on the brass ferrule. Alright, I'm going to use the very soft steel wheel. See how well it cleans this brass up. So I was pressing ever so lightly on that. Cleaned it up really nice. I am going to throw it on my fiber wheels here. And yeah, we'll take care of it that way. Perfect. Well, that came out much better than I thought it was going to. Nice and shiny. Sweet. Happy with that. Now we're going to start on the handle. Like I said, it's not in terrible shape, but it definitely needs a cleaning. Now let's start scraping. Alrighty, well, I got a piece of 240 here. We're gonna lightly sand on this, try and get it a little bit more smoother, and we'll find us a nice stain to complement this. Alright, I'm just gonna run this screwdriver shaft. This is to a different screwdriver in there just so I can use the stain. We decided to go with a red mahogany. Not quite sure how it's going to look on here, but I'm hoping it'll give me the color that I'm looking for. I think that will be pretty sufficient. One more little coat on here because the handle is really dry. All right. We're going to let this dry. I want it to soak in as much as possible. And we'll probably spray a lacquer on this or maybe just wax it out. I'm not quite sure. So, catch up with you guys in a little bit. Alrighty guys, well, I wound up taking off all the clear coat that I put on there. I didn't like it. It was just way too shiny. This I think is a little bit better. It's a little muddled looking. For instance, this is with a clear coat. See how much more shinier it is? It's just not, this screwdriver just doesn't need to be that way. I think this is a little bit better, so that's what I'm going to go with. And yeah, I'm quite happy with it. I mean, it still has a shine, but it's not as shiny, you know? That's pretty cool. I like that. We're still waiting on the blade. I'll probably finish this out tomorrow, so we will see you then. Alrighty, well, let's get this out of the DOXC. Get that moved. Clean off my magnet. Let's see how well that did. Oh, much nicer. All I did was wipe one little spot. You see that? Fantastic. Well, just like I said, all that pitting showed its ugly face. So we're definitely gonna have to do something about this. Let's take it to the 1x30. Well, that 150 cut right through it. We're going to do the cleanup work with the 320 and probably throw it back on the wire wheel to see how it looks. So it didn't come out as good as I wanted, but it's nice, it's square. And I think what I want to do is go over this with a blue. But I'm going to do the hot oil dip to it. So I say we jump right into that. Alrighty guys, well, we got our used motor oil here in this little container. We've got our piece, of course. I'm going to throw a pair of pliers on there, give it a nice hold like this, and I'm going to use my little turbo torch. What we're going to do, we're going to heat this up until the metal starts to change to like a golden wheat color, and then quench it in the oil. So hopefully this is in focus and you guys can see it. slowly starting to change, so I want to throw it in there real quick. You can see how the oil is moving around. It just started to change that golden wheat color that I was looking for. Hopefully that's showing. Alright. That should have done it. See how dark it is. We'll get it all cleaned up and show you what I got. Oop, wrong rag. Alright, that actually came out pretty cool. Got a lot of blue sheen in it. Now, I didn't heat it up too much. That, I think, is because of the dirty oil. I've never seen it come out quite like that. Usually it comes out like a baked on just black oil, you know. But maybe because this was so clean, it's actually pretty cool looking. I like that a lot. I do, I like that a lot. I do want to try and fix the tips because they are not that good. I'm just so not good at doing these tips. I need a lot of practice. I'm real heavy-handed, so I wind up beveling one side to the other, and I just wind up chasing it. So let me see what I can do to try and straighten this tip out a little bit. We'll come right back at it. I got a crack in my little pan here, leaking oil everywhere. Let me get this cleaned up first. Alright, well, I think it came out a lot better. I did touch the tip up a little bit. Just used a needle file, straightened it out the best I could. I do like the color on there. I think it came out fantastic. Pretty cool. I say we get this thing put back together. The ferrule on. There it is. Not bad. I quite like that. Handle came out pretty good. Ferrule came out fantastic. The blade came out pretty good. The tip, yeah, I still need to do a whole lot of practice on those tips. But yeah, all in all, I'm quite happy with it. Cool. Alrighty guys, well, the Thayer cabinet maker screwdriver, I think it came out absolutely fantastic. I'm quite happy with this. I do like my ending result. I think there's a lot of contrast going on in here, and yeah, I'm quite happy with it. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. Like always, stay safe, be safe. We'll see you next week with another. Bye.